안녕 guys. Hi everyone. I'm sure you guys already worked on your angle dictionary. So today's lesson, we're kind of reviewing what you know already about the angles. Let's start. So let's look at the diagram on the left. So we have endpoint and the other part has an arrow. So that is called what? That's right. That is called ray. And how many rays angle consists to it? 2 rays. So you can put your answer. An angle is formed by 2 rays with a common endpoint, which on the diagram will be point B, right? The common endpoint called a vertex. So endpoint B is called vertex. The rays are called the sides. Name an angle using how many letters? 3 letters. The middle letter must always represent the vertex. On the left side, the diagram angle name should be angle ABC. Do you see I put angle symbol in front and the vertex should be in the middle? Yes, we can call also angle CBA as long as your vertex is in the middle. Using a single letter if there is only one angle located at the vertex. So, for example, I can put number 1 here as an angle name. Then we can also put as an angle 1. When referring to the measure, use a lowercase m. So m is stand for measure. So when we're talking about the degree of angles, we need to put always m in front of that angle symbol. Now let's check it out the types of angles. I'm sure you already know this. When you have a less than 90 degree, the angles called acute angle. And if you have a greater than 90 degree and less than 180, that is called obtuse. And if you have an exactly 90 degree, that is called right. That's right, right angle. Now let's try some examples. So first, name the vertex of the angle. So left side, look at the vertex. It is point K. Name the side of the angle. So we have a side KL and side KJ. So ray KL, ray KJ. Give 3 ways to name the angle. So as long as you have the vertex in the middle, that is correct. So angle JKL, angle LKJ, and also we can say angle K. Classify the angle. So let's say right here that is 90 degree, and then this angle has a more than 90 degree. It will be very good, obtuse angle. It's that simple. So example 2 is your independent work. Just a reminder guys, when you're doing independent work, you might not sure about your answer or your steps. But this is a time you're gonna try, look at your note, look at your lesson again, and try your best to do it without getting help from teacher yet. Okay? Now, let's move on to next. Since you worked on your angle dictionary, these angle relationships terms should be familiar. After this lesson, you should be able to explain and also give an examples and distinguish each terms, include vertical angles, adjacent angles, complementary angles, supplementary angles, and linear pair. So let's start with the vertical angles. The vertical angles should look like this and like this. So there are two lines intersecting and they are formed four angles. So angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4. The angles are facing to each other, like for example, angle 1 and 2, and they are always congruent, which means they will have the same measurement. So same with the 1 and 2, you can also have a pair 3 and 4. Do you see I using two lines this time? Same 3 and 4. So those actually it's not line, it's an arc, right? So if you share same number of arc, that means those are the congruent angles. They are the same angle. So you can just tell by looking at it, 3 and 4 has a 2 arcs. So that means they are congruent. And 1 and 2 have a 1 arc. So they are congruent to each other too. So we can write in angle 1 congruent to angle 2, angle 3 congruent to angle 4. Next, adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are two angles that are next to each other and share a common side. So for example, let's say I have right here angle and there is another ray. So let's say I put A, B, C, D. Then the ray BC, it is a common side. Common side means both angles are share the same side. So let's say if we have angle 1 and angle 2, they are adjacent angles. Or angle ABC and angle CBD, they are adjacent angles. They are stick together right next to each other. All right, and next we're gonna move on to complementary angle. Complementary angles are any two angles whose sum is 90 degrees. So, for example, I can draw the right angle, all right, and we're gonna have adjacent angle. So, angle 1 and angle 2, they are complementary angles. So, measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 equal 90 degrees. What about you have a not adjacent angles, which means, let's say this angle is 60 degrees, and let's say that's angle A. And then here, another angle that's 30 degrees, and then let's say that's name of B. So measure of angle A plus measure of angle B, made to the 90 degree. Are they complementary angles? Yes, they are, even they are not adjacent angle. All right, let's try see what's the difference than supplementary angles. The supplementary angles, any two angles whose sum is 180 degree. So instead of 90 degree, this time it has to be 180 degree. And I have an example right here. Let's say I have just lines there. And we know that flat surface is like a half circle that is 180 degree. And let's say we have, ta-da, there's another ray. So angle 1 and angle 2 combine to 180 degree. So measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 equal 180 degree. And same as a complementary angles, we can have a separate two angles. So let's say we have one that's a degree of 135, and then let's say I have degree of 45. So when we have 135 plus 45, those two combine to 180, right? So let's say that's angle A, angle B. So I'm kind of running out of space. Let me write in here. Measure of angle A plus measure of angle B equal 180 degree. And of course, they are supplementary angles. All right, let's move on to the last one, linear pair. The linear pair is two angles that are adjacent and supplementary. They formed a straight line. So it is very connected with the supplementary angles. Yes, all the linear pairs are supplementary angles, but not all the supplementary angles need to be linear pair. I gave you an example earlier, right? So the example of linear pair can be straight line, and you share that straight line with the angle 1 and angle 2. So when you share that common side, then there are adjacent angles. And also measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 always will be 180 degree. Then they are linear pair. So guys, you have all complete your assignment and notes. Now there is an independent work assignment on the last page, identifying and types of angles. So you go ahead and complete all the work, then submit it on Google Classroom. All right, guys? And I will see you later. 안녕!